right, we back. All right, got a little took a little pause for the cause.
A little brief intermission, you know what I'm talking about?
Right. So the 4-5 show was actually a replay of the the 4-6 show was actually a replay of the 4-5. Mm-hmm. So we skip ahead to ECW, April 14th, 1993. Attendance 250 people. Just made that number up.
Oh, I was about to say, this seemed like it was less people there.
No, it was about 250. Nah, it was probably about 75. Same place as last week, Rainy College Field House or Ballroom or whatever. And the hosts are same, Stevie and Sully. Stevie intros the guest commentator, the king of the death match. Eddie Gilbert comes out.
Oh yeah, I got ahead of myself because
right.
I like Eddie Gilbert.
Oh, Eddie Gilbert's dope.
Yeah.
Bickering between Sully and Gilbert, and a long plug of Quantum Leap brings out.
Yeah, there's the groan. Oh my gosh.
And it's the same clip from last week too. It's like, oh.
No, it was actually different.
Was it?
I thought, it was because I was expecting it to be the same. And as in the first scene, he's ripping the door off a mobile home because his girl was with the Quantum Leap dude, and so he ripping the door off. The second one was he was playing the dude whose chick was in a locker room with the Quantum Leap dude. So it was a different chick, but he was playing another character. So apparently, Quantum Leap really liked Terry Funk.
All right, well,
because
there you go. For all you Quantum Leap buffs, you got a bit of a backstory from Hollywood, the great one.
It's a little something.
Verbal back and forth between Funk and Gilbert. Gilbert. He said something. He said, "You look like Cartman" or something like that. Gilbert had bottled water poured on him, and then he sent to the back. So that happened. Hollywood, a.k.a. Baby Lugs. Commercial for Ty's Pawn Shop.
Y'all don't listen to that.
Commercial for Ty's Pawn Shop, which also gives out loans. Collateral loans. Not unlike the Mafia. Just sat there and said, hold on, wait. So a pawn shop sells jewelry. I got baby loans now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Karma, baby.
Right, instant. So, but they give out personal loans because they said, you wouldn't trust a bank is $500 loan. That's way too
much.
Yeah, way too. A bank wouldn't charge that amount. It's not enough money for them. Mm-hmm. Go to Carver W. Reed. We'll give you a loan for $500. I said, wait a minute. That's not a bank. I said, that's a loan shark.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll give you $500. You give us back $2,000.
Right,
and it's all good.
And the bad part about it is, that was like Larry Winter's draw. Like that was all the guys' draw. I guarantee.
The loan money?
I'm sure the interest that they got back. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Todd was paying off the guys. You know what I'm saying? And not breaking. The guys who he didn't get their kneecaps broken off. You know what I'm saying? When they didn't pay. So you get to $500 from Todd's shop. You get back you give him back $2,000. Well, ECW ain't drawing no money.
Yeah.
So you got to pay Terry Funk.
Yeah. British Bulldog.
Yeah. You got to pay Nikolai Volkov.
You know what I'm saying? Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
I haven't seen him yet. I just know him
No,
from the
he's
promo.
not. No, he hasn't shown up yet in any of the shows I watched.
Okay. Oh, so this is what I wanted to ask you before the first episode.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully I don't derail you and throw you off track.
No.
So, was there actual... like matches and stuff before the first episode? Well, obviously. Well, I guess I should say Battle of the Belts and stuff.
No, a lot of the matches are taped not in chronological order because as far as I've gotten, they just got to the ECW arena, but they showed the some of the matches backwards or retroactively, I should say. It's kind of hard to explain, but the shows are not in order as of yet. I think they will get in order once Paulie fully takes control of the book.
Okay.
So I figure by about Ultra Clash, which will be in August or September or something like that. So we're still in April, so some of the matches are still jumbled up. So
Okay.
that's what I can say. So bad overdub music, and the random thought brings out Johnny Hotbody. Then Glenn Osborne doing a terrible Kiss Demon gimmick. Hotbody has the unfortunate balding in 2 spots with the mullet gimmick.
Oh man.
Osborne is billed as the bad man from the Badlands. That's a TV title tournament match. Kill me now. Osborne is a babyface because the Philly crowd says Hotbody sucks. Thank you for your clarification. First visible sighting of Hat Guy. Have you ever, you know who Hat Guy is?
No, I don't.
Okay,
think
all
I
right.
do.
Well, yeah, you never watched ECW growing up or like that, so you don't know that ECW had their own super fans,
Oh, okay.
and one of them was Hat Guy. He wears a straw hat, and he has a Hawaiian shirt on. Old guy. So if you see him in the crowd, you'll see him going forward.
Was he in the first 2? Because
Yeah.
I saw a guy who made me think of Otis from Lex Luthor's henchman from Superman 1 and 2.
Yeah,
So
can't recall.
okay, so
Not
yeah,
that much of a nerd.
that guy fits the description. I think I might have seen Hat Guy.
Yeah, you'll see. I mean, if you haven't seen Hat Guy yet, you will see Hat Guy going forward because I mean he's at every show.
Wait a minute, how have you not seen Superman 1 or 2 with Christopher Reeve?
No. I've seen the movies.
Oh, okay.
I just can't recall them all.
Oh,
like
you
that.
can't.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I never was. I mean, I wasn't a Superman geek. You know, I mean that was your thing.
Oh, it's definitely my thing. As I rock my new Superman watch, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Good looking out, girl. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Not geek at all.
Very be glad I don't have on my Superman T-shirt.
Yeah, but you're currently sporting. Oh,
Cleveland Indians player.
oh, yeah, right. Go try it. Yeah, I'm not a Superman guy. I wasn't a DC guy growing up. I was a Marvel guy.
Poor
I
guy.
have X-Men posters all around.
Poor guy.
X-Men stuff all around.
Missed out on a good childhood and stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a Batman and Robin right there? There is a black and white Batman and Robin. It is a silhouette of Batman, his head down to probably about his shoulders, but it's all just shadow. And then there is Robin. I would imagine it's Dick Grayson.
Yeah. No. That's the third one. Drake. That's Drake.
That's Drake?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Drake. That's an original piece. It was done by C.J. Darden. It was done in MegaCon, the comic book convention down in Orlando, Florida. You ever went to MegaCon?
I don't think so.
Terrible. Yeah, we went to MegaCon. This was 2008, 2009, and when he was a nobody. And I got this 8x12 done by C.J. Darden. He has gone on to do commissions for Whoopi Goldberg and such of the View, the Chat, the whatever those girls, you know, them shows. Where
I've heard
they
of
just
the
talk. They don't talk about nothing.
They're all The View to me.
Right. Yeah. Insert the blank, 5 chatty women, possible 2 dykes on the show. Okay. Usually a multi-ethnic of some sort. Usually like an Asian or a Raven Simone. You know, what do you call those? A half and half.
Oh yeah, because she's not black. Right?
No, she's a I don't know. She's a goof.
Yeah,
but he's gone. He did a commission for Whoopi. He did a commission of Whoopi for Whoopi, and they highlighted it on the show. And I was like, I remember you was a nobody. And he can't do a commission for me now because he charges way too much.
Yeah.
Moving on.
That's how I be.
Commentary sucks as they're putting over both guys. A bunch of more, nothing happens. Funk is trying to save the play-by-play, but fuck it. Hot Body versus Johnny it's Johnny Hot Body versus Glenn Osborne. How much play-by-play?
The Demolition Warrior.
Right. Okay. Snap suplex on the outside to wake me up. followed by running dive off the apron by Hot Body. Sleeper by Hot Body, and then misses a crossbody. Ref bump, low blow, and a pile driver by Hot Body. Sets up the superplex, but Cairo holds Osborne, so Hot Body bumps him? I don't know. Osborne splash, 1, 2, 3. Funk gets a promo with Osborne. Osborne cuts a good babyface promo, winning the TV title. Hat guy is behind him getting himself over. Match was a 1. I call it a dud. Match was terrible either way.
Oh,
Thoughts?
shit.
Thoughts and views.
So there was a major blooper, and it was the first of many to come. Let me make sure it was the first. Yes, this was the first. Apparently, Terry Funk, he forgets that the TV title tournament is for a new title. He thinks that the winner is going to face the ECW champion, the Eastern Championship Wrestling, not to be confused with Extreme.
Right.
The ECW, he thinks the winner is going to face the champ instead of being crowned the new television champion. So, yeah, he says something to the effect that, yeah, everyone wants to be the world champion, and you know. But as far as the match goes, yeah, pretty much was just, you know, typical run of the mill 1993 no name promotion match to me, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
They suck, y'all. I mean, whatever.
but good old Terry Funk, he kept me engaged though, and so for that I'll hit this Corona, and I appreciate it, cause
We go to another pawn shop commercial, and now they introduced the Solo Flex commercials. So you got the Solo Flex gimmick where you can do all the different exercises and still be fat, whatever. Moving on. The Samoa Warrior the Samoa Warrior and Chris Michaels versus Larry Winters and Tony Stetson with Peaches. I have dubbed Tony Stetson and Larry Winters Les Moulay.
why lay moulay?
Because they're two guys, and they both have awesome mullets. So they are, as the French would say, Les Moulay.
Okay.
The crowd chants, "You both suck," and I legit popped for that. I just started laughing. It was hilarious. Philly's rough. Les Moulay are the number 1 contenders to the Super League title, so they should go over. Everybody in this ring is underneath Jamook, but I have to treat Winters and Stetson as top guys, which is weird to me because they're terrible, and I know they're terrible, and I know they will be terrible when the real stars come in. But right now, these are the top guys that we have to deal with. Chris Michaels stuns. Chris Michaels did the skin the cat.
Yeah. A struggle.
I immediately started hating because I was like, "So what, bitch? You got a good core."
Not to confuse you with Shawn Michaels, but it was still a struggle thing because you could hear the announcers and stuff. It was struggle to get back in. Like, he got like, it was a little pause. Like, they was like, he ain't in yet. Oh, now is it? Oh.
You're talking to a guy who in 2017 can only probably do about 10 crunches. My child probably has a better core than I do, and she's 8 months.
Oh, now you want to defend.
No. He's still a jobber. No, I'm hating. I hate that he's in the cat. Like,
I was about to say, it sounded like you was trying to defend.
No.
I
don't care about Ricky Morton. Who cares about Ricky Morton? Shit. Robert Janetti.
I had to swallow this Corona. I want to spit it on the mic.
It's number 1 contenders are Squash and Michaels. What do you call jobbers who job to other jobbers?
Oh man, super jobbers.
That was the riddle that I was faced with when I was watching this match. Commentary calling this match like it's a Midnight Express squash match on TBS. I said, "Fuck that! You're not going to disrespect my guys like that." It's my favorite tag team of all time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Condrey and Lane. Condrey Eaton version more so than Lane Eaton version. Because Condrey and Eaton knew how to work. Not saying that the other guys didn't. It's just that Conjuring was he could get heat. I like heels that really can get heat. So, and he was a master. Samoa Warrior must be green as goose shit. He finally gets in and driven to the mat by the Hitman. Samoa Joe no-sells it, then takes over. Fatu misses a charge and bumps all over the ring. Number one contenders go over. Funk gets a interview with the winners. Hunter Q the Turd and CD's attack. I call it a 1, but you can call it a dud if you want. Shit was terrible.
Oh man. The only thing that I really have to add about this match is that this match for some reason reminded me that I really dislike seeing wrestlers who wrestle in their draws and the boots without the knee pads and stuff.
They're winners.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Tony Winners.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Goober arms. His arms are like Twizzlers. He has Twizzlers for arms. I swear. I was sitting there looking at him going, God damn, bro.
Like, oh, man, if you're going to wear draws, man, put on some knee pads or something.
So you got to hide that shit because now all you look like is, you look terrible. And then he got the mullet. He looks like a bendable doll. He looks like a Stretch Armstrong. Hey, Funk and Soul put over the ECW champ. Sandman with a vignette.
Another blooper.
Oh, it was another one? I couldn't tell.
Oh, no, it wasn't. My bad.
Vignette packet. Get some, to the Elton John song, which have been corrected. It's
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Promo was as long as shit.
Yes.
It's only an hour. Yeah, right. I said this promo is long as shit. Show's only an hour. But fuck it, right?
We're gonna play all of Big Shot.
Seriously, the Sandman is trading holes with Jerry Lawler. Sam in the vignette. Sandman interview with Funk and the fucking surfboard. Hat goes over Funk, puts over Funk, gives a 91 Sting promo. Kind of looks like Sting with a gut. That's all I had.
Oh, you know what? And I was originally right. Follow your first spine, people. Because I wrote, after commercial, Funk and Jay are talking about the Sandman. And Funk, who has no idea again, the tournament is for a new title, as he with great certainty and conviction declares that the winner of the tournament has to beat Sandman to win the title. Facepalm.
What a maroon. Sandman with Peaches versus the Kodiak Bear, who is Tom Casola, local guy.
Kodiak
For my notes.
Bear. Who? Wrestling legend.
1 hour time limit, LOL.
Right.
Sandman going an hour. Fuck out of here. I said some running. 20 minutes left in the show. So a commercial, then a run in. That's what I'm guessing. I'm sure the Kodiak goes to bed at night knowing he meant. No. That's. Oh, God. Chicken scratch. Okay. I sense a run in. 20 minutes left. So a commercial, then a run in. I'm sure Kodiak goes to bed at night knowing he main evented the ECW arena. That's what I said. That was a terrible joke. I'm going to try again later. Anyway, I go to sleep. This is terrible. So Disco special to start. Kodiak with the early heat. Sandman evens it up. Weird to see Sandman dressed like Harley Quinn or a member of the Royal Flush Gang. Sandman with Sandman offense. And Kodiak is with the $1 million. Oh, and damn it. Okay, let's try again. Take 2.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sandman looks like Harley Quinn or a member of the Royal Flush Gang. Sandman with typical Sandman offense. And hits Kodiak with the $1 million dream.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a dud. You can go -1 if you want.
Yep, I have. Even the ring announcer wanted to say, like, when he said, "This is the Sandman," like, if he would have paused it, like, right before he said the Sandman, and he said, "This is," I would have sworn he was about to say, "Sting." So I could have, because when I watched it the first time, that's what I thought he was gonna say.
Your commentary makes me feel good about my commentary.
I don't know how to take that.
Number 2 seed, Eddie Gilbert with Tigra, Terrible Tigra.
Oh, that's her name.
Yes, her name is Terrible Tigra. Okay. It's a TV title tournament match.
Mm-hmm. Oh, guess
so
my nigga JT Smith
with Tiger versus JT Smith, the number 7 seed.
Come on, JT.
Future-proof JT Smith debuting tonight. Both guys trading blows and goes outside. Gilbert turns Memphis with a chair.
Yeah, in front of the ref. In front of the ref.
ECW.
Also, no, I mean yes, technically, but it's Easter, and before was there an announcement that this particular match of the TV tournament was no disqualification?
No,
because I didn't see no other gimmickry in any other matches and stuff.
Yeah, well, Gilbert, he's not working anymore. He does not. He had already been to WCW, and he got fired after he made a play. He made a Soul Control play for the book.
Oh,
and Hurd didn't like him, and Sullivan wasn't too fond of him. So because he was the young mind for the business. Because him and Paulie got together in Memphis, and they were like the new guys. They were like the new young guys that were going to be carrying on creatively for the future of the business. Gilbert eventually, died, and Paulie took that mantle and ran with it going forward. But at the time, he was that guy. He was groomed to being that guy. So when he was in WCW, he made a Soul Control play for the book, allegedly, and he got ousted. Hurd gave the book to the committee, which included Flair, Cornette, Sullivan, Jody Anderson, and such. And that's how you got the 1989 good series of matches with Flair and Funk and stuff like that. So that's a little side note. But this is 93. He's 2 years close to death. He doesn't give a shit. He's just working, and he's getting a paycheck, and he's just beating JT Smith with a chair right now. So
R.I.P. Eddie.
Smith is in the crowd. Gilbert hits Smith with the bell, and the heels up for the TV. Oh yeah, heels it up for the TV, for the camera. Gilbert's trying to draw money. Gilbert whispers to Smith to start punching for the comeback, and Funk is putting Smith over. He's like putting Smith over heavily on commentary. Smith misses the moonsault. Gilbert takes over. Smith does some little comeback. Finishes when Smith gives Gilbert a back body drop from the apron. Gilbert hits Smith with some knucks. 1, 2, 3. Gilbert goes over. Funk then tries to stooge Finnegan off he tried to stooge Finnegan off that Gilbert had a foreign object, and then it plugs for next week's matches.
Yeah. What's up with that ref? He gave no Fs. Like, it was just like, oh shoot. I'm just going. And you know what? I personally gave a F because JT Smith. JT Smith was the first black dude I seen on this stuff, and I was heavily invested in JT Smith, and it was kind of conflicted because I am enjoying Eddie Gilbert's heel work and what I've seen, and I want to say that I've seen him in the past too, on some old USWA stuff, but
this is him. I'm not gonna say at his best, but this is him. This is like Cliff Notes of Eddie Gilbert. Basically, it's just basically like the greatest hits of Eddie Gilbert. Basically, while he's in ECW, you're going to enjoy Eddie Gilbert going forward. He gets better, honestly. And also JT Smith, with Funk putting him over so much on commentary, you're going to see a quasi angle with JT Smith being the protege of Terry Funk. But that's later on in '93.
Okay.
Real quick, let's finish this up. Cairo versus the Super Ninja is joined in progress after the commercial break. The video skips early on as I cannot possibly care about this match. Typical match with a kind of cool finish. Cairo catches the Ninja, who is he's a nice sized guy. He was Rick Michaels under the mask, a local guy. He carries him around. Cairo catches him in midair, carries him around, and then splats him with a released German suplex. So I gave it 1 star for the finish because I was like, oh, that was kind of because when he caught him, it was like a deadlift, then the released German, and then right into the pin, and I was like, oh, that's dope. I'll definitely put that over. Mm-hmm. So kudos, gold star for Tommy Cairo. Hot Body runs in. Hot Body runs around the ref, and in front of the hard camera, totally letting Cairo get the win. Drops the elbow, throws him off the ring, and then they brawl all the way to the back. So it was like, you got to make sure that Cairo goes over so you progress the storyline of the TV title tournament. But he could have definitely did that better. Johnny Hot Body, you do not get a gold star for your run-in. That was a very rare bad for you. And I was like, come on, Hot Body, stop being the fucking amateur. Funk and Todd plug next week's show. I gotta say, the build's there. The matches suck, but I see what they're doing. I get it. It's logical. And it's working for me. Mm-hmm. It's just that the matches, like from bell to bell, it's just bad. It's just bad matches. So you just got to suffer through bad matches to get these storylines over and get these characters over. Mm-hmm. You have to understand the character motivations and get emotionally invested. Mm-hmm. And that's why you understand why the WWE top guy situation is lacking. And you see right here within 2 episodes, clear-cut, definitive top guys and their character motivations as to why they're going to be top guys.
Wow. I can't disagree because, like I said earlier, just to reiterate a previous point, I start giving a crap about some of these guys. JT Smith, you know what I'm saying?
Because he's black.
Eddie Gilbert. I see Superfly's heel. Mm-hmm. Then the Superfly's number 1 seed in this tournament. Eddie Gilbert's number 2. Somehow they done joined forces. Who's gonna screw who? I think. No, I've went 4 episodes in. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be quiet. Right. But it was enthralling.
Like I said, the character motivations and the progression of the tournament, even though the matches lack, and they're going to lack for a while, I say until Shane comes in, the matches are going to lack. Mm-hmm. But the booking is very strong, and you can overcome bad matches with good booking. Mm-hmm. You cannot overcome bad booking with good matches, though. Mm-mm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-mm. So, and I think that's something that you have to take into consideration when you watch these shows and you just sleeping and you're trying to fight and just power through them. You have to just maintain and focus on the booking. Paulie's strength in creating ECW and developing ECW was accentuating the positives and hiding the negatives. So one thing you have to do as a viewer and us as a reviewer, you have to accentuate the positives, and the positives are the booking. The booking is actually very, very strong, and you see the clear cut, definitive heel face lineups. Mm-hmm. You see who's aligned with who, and the presentation is still off-putting, but the message is quite clear. These are the heels, these are the faces, and everybody's merging. You have a babyface GM or president, who's just letting it run. He comes in at the beginning of the show. Mm-hmm. He makes his announcements. You don't see him for the rest of the show. Okay, he's not in 8,000 segments. He's not trying to get himself over. Okay, he's letting the talent get themselves over. He's letting the commentary sink or swim. And by large, I mean Sully and Stevie aren't really the greatest team, but they are clearly getting the message over to the fans. And you don't need a smart fan eye to understand what's going on here. It's you just have to just watch and understand that the message is these are heels, these are faces. We're starting, and this is an ongoing process. And as the talent progresses, and as you get emotionally more involved into the product, you will hopefully spend money on the product.
Yeah, you'll start caring.
And start caring.
It's basically what it boils down to.
And to parallel that to today's product with WWE is that you don't care, okay?
It's hard.
It's very hard to care. You just care for the brand. You don't care for the people.
I have two wrestlers I care for. I care for Brock Lesnar, and I care for The Miz. And it's probably obvious.
But you have your reasons why. I mean, Brock is treated like a superstar, and Miz is from Cleveland.
And you know, there it is.
I mean, so you have the reasons to care. I mean, but with the old guard leaving, they did a disservice to the new regime and didn't put these guys over. These indie guys, I feel that they are trying to rest on their laurels, not the performers themselves, management, because they already have a built-in fan base, and they feel that built-in fan base translates to the general populace and the general populace product, and it doesn't. And that's why you have these guys that are just guys. Okay? These guys that we're reviewing right now, they're guys, but slowly and surely you're starting to care about why you want to care about these guys. You're starting to see why you want to care about Funk, why you hate Eddie Gilbert, why you feel betrayed that lifelong babyface Jimmy Snuka is now a heel. I mean, you're starting to realize like, oh, okay, this is different. All right, I'm gonna see where this goes. Yeah, the bell stuff is terrible. And that's fine. Everything's not going to be a 5-star classic, but as long as the story gets over, the overarching story of ECW is getting over, and I feel that it is. It's a thumb up. I mean, it's a thumb up show, honestly. And I'm not making an apologies for it. I'm telling you what I feel is wrong with the product. I'm explaining in logicals what's wrong with the product, but I'm also accentuating the positives of the product and hoping that you sit there and get a more introspective or a more perspective eye about what Paulie did with this product and how he was such a catalyst for creating that boom period that Vince made so much money off of and still spending money to this day. He's still spending attitude money. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. As much money as Rock and Austin made, Vince made 10 times as much.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I mean, he self-funded Linda's elections or campaigns. 2 of them. 50 million, 40 million. He sunk 90 million.
Damn.
He didn't take any whatchamacallits. And he didn't take any contributions. So you got to sit there and say, oh my God, where's this money coming from? It's attitude money. It might be Hogan money, honestly. You see what I'm saying? So for him to go into India and for the marks and for the smart marks or the quote unquote smart marks to sit there and say that it's a failed investment to go into India, you got to realize he is spending money. He's spending 30, 40-year-old money to invest into India for the next 30 to 40 years. Y'all don't realize that.
The long game.
It's so long. We're not even talking about Vince is dead at this point. We're talking about Aurora McMahon. We're talking about Shane's kids and how they'll be on TV perpetuating this business and how they have India sold up. Okay? That's That's what the real game is. It's not the short game, because the short game is never going to make money. And the problem with wrestling fans is they're constantly realizing, they're constantly watching wrestling, they're constantly inspecting wrestling, they're constantly deconstructing wrestling in the bubble. That's why I chose to review ECW 25 years later. Because when you look at it outside the bubble, you see what it created. You see the genesis of this revolution and going on into the Attitude Era and going on into this modern era of wrestling, what we're talking about. And I feel that ECW is the primary catalyst. Not even, oh, it was pulled a little bit from Smoky Mountain here and pulled from New Japan over here and pulled from a little Joshi here. No, it was all Paul Heyman. This was all Paul Heyman's idea. And Paul Heyman is single-handedly the reason why Vince became a billionaire. It's single-handedly the reason why the indie scene is back and making money, and why these guys now have a conduit from indie to New Japan to WWE. I mean, this is all Paul Heyman's idea. It's the long game. And y'all have to realize the long game in wrestling. That's my rant.
Wow. That was very insightful, man, because it just goes to show, like, there are probably very few coincidences in professional wrestling.
There's very few coincidences in life. I don't believe in coincidences at all. I'm a universalist. I feel that everything happens for a reason. And this ECW thing, they try to treat wrestling as cyclical, and wrestling isn't cyclical in the respects of making money, because WWE has made money hand over fist for the last 15, maybe 20 years. Okay, so it's not cyclical. Creatively, you can say, oh, there's peaks and valleys, but people lose and gain interest in wrestling as does the creative aspect. You can have creative lulls in wrestling and creative high points, and the business can just be at a zeitgeist where the absolute crap can just get over, because it just gets over because Austin's over, Mark Henry's over. You know what I mean? You know, like everything. But if business is cold, nothing gets over. So the good stuff that you look back on and say, oh, that was actually kind of good. In the bubble, you're going to be like, oh, it was trash. Because that's what wrestling fans, that's what we do. We look, we inspect and deconstruct wrestling inside the bubble, and it's impossible to do so because you don't understand the motivations of how wrestling works. And I feel that with this project that I want to do, I want to help people understand my view on wrestling and how it ties in to Americana and global kana as a whole. I mean, to make a word. But we'll save that for future shows. Next week, 6:05 ish, we'll be reviewing the April 21st and the April 28th, 1993 ECW shows. Wood, it's always been a pleasure.
Fuge, likewise, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is, yeah.
We're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it. Life is a work. We'll see you next week. Peace.